What never works for you, no matter how many times you try? I can't whistle for the life of me. All my friends would show me how they do it, and I just end up spitting in their face. I never used to be able to whistle until I tried a different method. The trick to whistling is just making a small enough passage for air to vibrate against while sucking in instead of blowing. Step 0. Relax your jaw about halfway between maximum open and closed. Step 1. Make a tight kissy face with both your lips pursed together but just a tiny hole the size of a chopstick remaining between them. Step 2. Press your tongue against the inside of your bottom lip, lifting it up slightly as you do so. Step 3. Make your tongue in the same shape, as if you were saying the letter A, but with your tongue pressing into your bottom lip. Step 4. Suck in air, as if you were sucking on a straw, being by sucking in gently, and then steadily suck harder and harder, until you hear a noise. If you are successful, you should hear a very off-pitch whistle. Try adjusting how hard you're sucking to make the noise louder, too hard or too soft, and you will not be able to create a resonating vibration with the air. You can change the pitch by moving your jaw up and down. You can also try blowing with the same power to get a better volume once you're used to it. I hope it works for you and some other people out there. Living in the middle, or a happy medium, balanced. I always swing between cycles of inspiration and desperation when it comes to my motivation. Neither is sustainable, but when things are just going okay and ho-hum I start to get really uncomfortable. Either I'm in inspiration mode working my butt off towards a goal, but then I burn out and things go the opposite direction until I become disgusted with myself. That's when desperation or fix everything mode kicks in. Sometimes I self-sabotaged unconsciously. I hate it, but I've been this way my whole life. If it helps you feel any better, nothing is in perfect balance. Evolution occurs because new species and new environmental conditions are constantly throwing the natural world out of equilibrium. Every star in the universe is perpetually in the process of burning itself out, or exploding or collapsing under its own gravity. Every galaxy is ever expanding outward from the universe's center. The natural state of things isn't balance and order, it's chaos and change. Nothing is sustainable forever. Dating apps. I used to give my phone to girls to swipe for me, just for a laugh. They all said pretty much the same things after a while. WTF? Why aren't you getting any matches? Or is your phone/Tinder broken? Or maybe you need to adjust your settings. It's hilarious how different Tinder is for opposite sexes, at least for straight people. I've seen guys who are proud of having 3 to 5 matches on their phone at the same time, and I've seen girls with 80+ who just ignore most of them. Remembering people's names. If you forget someone's name, ask them to tell you their entire name, including middle name, and then ask how they spell it and who they were named after. If you can get them to say it several times, you're golden. Also try to say their name to them until the name sticks. My work involves meeting people all the time, so if I meet Tom, I'll say it's a pleasure to meet you, Tom. Say, Tom, how was your weekend? After saying it enough, it sticks. There is also no shame in telling people that you're bad with names and asking again. I really wish Barfly hipster types would all get business cards with their picture on it. Getting up after the first alarm. I have like 6 alarms. If I ever live with a partner, they are going to hate me. Try placing your alarm on the opposite side of your room. Doesn't work. My husband has his alarm on my side of the room. He will get up, walk over to the other side of the room, hit the snooze, then get back in bed. Does this 4 more times before he finally gets up for the day. Exercising in the morning. I've been working out 6 days a week for the past 24 years. In the morning. It started because I read the book Making the Connection by Oprah's trainer, Bob Greene, I think. Anyway, he said a couple of things that clearly stuck with me. He said that people who work out in the morning are far more likely to stick with it than people who try to do it at night or after work. It's best to get it out of the way. He said, just set your alarm a 1/2 hour earlier, because even if you fall back asleep, that sleep isn't good quality and who cares? Get up and do something for 20 minutes. So that's exactly what I started doing, and I have never stopped. Also, he said something along the lines of you can start something now and do it for 3 months. Or you can not do anything. Either way, you will be waking up 3 months from now. You choose whether you wake up thinner or stay the same. Something like that. You get the gist. Over the years, I also made the rule you can't take a shower unless you're already wet. And that affects me the most, to the point that I feel weird if I take a shower dry. You can do it. Lose weight. The way I did it was not with just switching from my current eating habits to suddenly healthy eating habits, but instead replacing things I eat with lower carb/calorie versions. Instead of bready pizza, make mini pizzas with low carb tortillas. Replace pasta with spaghetti squash. More chicken/turkey, less beef. Looking for versions of things I already like that have low/no added sugar. Once you start doing that, you can start counting calories and start gradually lowering your goal. That got hard. One time I fucked up and didn't eat anything, and suddenly it was like 930. Went to bed hungry / Drinking more water also helps. Get ice. Drink it ice cold. It'll be more palatable. I hated exercise. I still do. It fucking sucks. But step aerobics I can at least do at home. And the instructors are cheery. There's tons on YouTube, and it's a good way to burn another 150 to 300 calories. It's fucking hard. I fell off after celebrating a bunch in a short period, and I'm struggling to get back on it. It's fucking hard emotionally, and there's no magic patch that's gonna help you get over it. / Quitting smoking. You can do it. I was a smoker 8 years ago. I really tried my hardest 4 times before that and relapsed. The 5th time I really wanted to quit. Like every fiber of my body wanted this to stop. So I took it one day at a time and reminded myself smoking wasn't an option. Sounds dumb, but ignoring the urge like it never existed and just making sure I didn't smoke for that one day slowly built up to years. Doesn't matter if you relapse 4x or 100x every time you quit, you get better at quitting. I believe you can kick the habit. Faking it until I make it. Being able to meditate. Meditation is a journey, not a destination. I think that meditation is sold as a state of being, rather than a process. Struggling to meditate and being with your racing thoughts is a part of it. Meditation can be really uncomfortable. If you ever want to retreat, just set really low bars and see what happens, and slowly become more intense. There is no perfection in meditation. Talking. I always get interrupted / talked over / ignored. I used to not care, but I work in an office scheduling appointments and people will talk over me with the most irrelevant information while I'm trying to help them, and quickly so I can move on to the 5 people on hold. It's so annoying that I just stop talking the moment I'm interrupted. About half the time on the phone, it's noticeable and people will apologize and let me talk. 100% of people notice when I do it. I roll. I still don't really care in a friendly environment, but at work, I'm not talking unless I have something important to say, so fucking let me talk. I grew up watching all of my family members drink and smoke. I hate both. My mom died of cancer from cigarettes and grandma just beat lung cancer. My cousin's dad died of liver failure from drinking too much. But that's no excuses as to why I don't like to drink or smoke. It's just nasty. I try to stomach the fruity ones, but after the first sip it starts to get nasty and boring. And the weed and cigarette smoke smell stays in your clothes. So it does not matter how many times I attempted to try any of those things, it's just a waste of time.